Yo, what is up, guys? My name is IronBoffin, coach of your Rochester Rhydons here in Season 4 of the WBE, and I'm super excited I was invited because it has been so long since I've been in a draft league. I think my last draft league was MPA Season 4 over a year ago that finished, where we made playoffs but gave up our spot to somebody else who I felt deserved it a little more. Anyway, that's not the point of today's video. Today's video is to break down the draft that we had in WBE Season 4. We just finished up the WBE live stream, so here I am to explain my picks and kind of like give you some insight as to why I picked what I did. Because I saw, trust me, chat, you did not like my picks. I noticed that, but I'm here to prove you wrong. I'm going to explain to you why I picked what I did, starting here with my round 1 pick of Suicune. Now, I want to remind you guys, this is a 28-person draft. Okay, so that's a lot. That's a lot of people. That's a lot of picks in between your picks. You know, so I was pick number 20. That means there are 8 teams below me. So they're going to pick their 8 picks. They're going to come back up and take 8 picks. Then I get another pick. And then there's like 20 picks. And then another 20 picks. And then I pick again. So anyway, that's going to explain a lot of the reasons why I pick what I do, where I do. So you're looking at this. You're like, round 1, he's going to pick like a wall breaker. He's going to pick like a Salamence. He's going to pick freaking like a Kyurem Black. He's going to pick a Takubu Koko. He's going to pick Celesteela. He's going to pick something nuts. But you know what? Pick number 20, there's nothing left. There's nothing left. There's nothing that crazy left. Nothing really worthy of a round 1 pick in my mind. Anyway, that was like crazy to me. So you know what I was going to do? My strategy was to pick the best round 2 pick. And you know when Suicune goes? Round 2, dude. He's the best water type in the game. He's fat, dude. He's got the pure water typing, so he's only weak to grass and electric. So that's super exciting. That's easy to work around. It's easy to team build around. And you know what? Suicune's just insane. You know, nobody, when you're team prepping, you see a Suicune, you're mad. You're like, oh man, how the heck am I going to deal with this goddamn Suicune? This thing's crazy. So I'm excited for that. I'm not too used to using him. I've only used him in 1 league, and that wasn't even a YouTube league. But I just know he can tank a hit. He can heal up. He can calm mind, rest, sleep talk, scald, setup, you know, whatever. He's just insane. I love Suicune. I'm super excited to use him. Let's see what else I got. Excuse me. I know he's very one-dimensional, but the problem, not really the problem. The thing is, he's so good at what he does. It doesn't matter that's what he's going to do. You know he's going to do what he's going to do, but you really can't deal with it outside of like a fast taunt user. So that's going to be a little scary, but I think I'll be able to deal with that. Going on to our next pick of Mega Altaria. We got Daenerys. I'm drafting Daenerys, the fairy dragon. I'm super excited to use Mega Altaria. I've never used it in League before, but it's so versatile. I hear nothing but it's versatile. I know it used to be like praised from the high mountains of how good it was. It's not so much like that anymore. But the fairy dragon typing, 1 is going to be insane because I'm immune to dragon, which is crazy. And I'm only weak to fairy and ice and steel. Anyway, and poison. Okay, relax. We can work with those. A good steel type will clear up a lot of those weaknesses. So I'm super excited. So you'll see me in the next couple picks here work on a steel type to finish off a Dragon Fairy Steel Core. But let's talk about Altaria here. We got the Dragon Dance setup set with like Return, Earthquake, all that kind of stuff. You know, the physical attacks you need for coverage. We got freaking Cotton Guard if I want to get cheeky with that. Raise my defense +3. Roost if I want to last forever. We got like Refresh and Heal Bell so people can't toxic or burn me or paralyze me and all that kind of stuff. So I'm pretty safe like that. I think I mentioned Roost already. And then he's got a special set. You know, we can use Hyper Voice and Fire Blast and set up like that. So that'll be really good. I'm super excited to use this Mon. I've never used it before. I've seen a lot of other people use it successfully, so I hope I can be inspired by them and also be very successful with this Pokemon because I'm super excited. Anyway, the only thing that's kind of nervous about it is it's really weak before it Mega Evolves, so it's hard to switch into it before it's Mega'd. You're going to see me try to Mega Evolve with it early, obviously. You have to Mega turn 1 anyway, but I need to do that quick because I can get that Fairy typing. It'd be very useful for me. So that's exciting. The only thing that's a bit of a downfall is that 80 base speed. That's a little rough. It's a little hard to use. But you know what? It's so bulky. I can take a hit. I can Roost. I can recover stuff. So I'm super excited like that, dude. Mega Altaria is going to be nuts. I'm super excited. And it's going to be really hard to prep for just because it can run so many sets and it's got great coverage. So anyway, that was my second pick, and now you'll see it's going to be a lot of... So I'm pick 37 now, and my next pick was pick 76. Freaking Metagross! We got the Steel type that we needed. So we got the Steel type. We got Metagross, obviously. Another slow Pokemon, which kind of stinks, but he does finish off that Fairy Dragon Steel Core. And this is like a really strong Fairy Dragon Steel Core. This isn't Mega Altaria paired with a Durant to technically have a Fairy Dragon Steel Core. This is Mega Altaria and a Metagross, guys. Metagross is nuts, especially in a league with open Z moves. I can use any Z move I want on any Mon I want. So when you have a Mon with Meteor Mash or what do you call it? Zen Headbutt, Thunder Punch, Ice Punch, Earthquake, Grass Knot even, you know, it really opens up the door for what Z move I can use. Like if there's a particular wall in my way, Z move and I blast it off into outer space. You know, 100 base 130 attack is really actually pretty nuts. He does have access to setup in agility. I think he gets rock polish too, but anyway, he can get to +2 speed, so that's pretty exciting. He has the clear body, chat. He has clear body. You cannot lower my stats. So people want to bring webs versus me, you ain't lowering Metagross's speed. You want to intimidate me, you ain't lowering his attack. You know, so that's really cool. I'm super excited to use that. I think that'll be really helpful. And like I said, he complements Mega Altaria. He's immune to the poison. He resists this. I think Steel resists Steel. I might be dumb. I don't actually know that. But anyway, I can take the fairy hits that Mega Altaria doesn't want to take. I can take the ice hits that Mega Altaria doesn't want to take. So it's super good. I complete the core in 2 picks, chat. I complete the core in 2 picks. So that's really good. I'm really excited. And it also works well with the Suicune. I'm sorry if you hear the motorcycles outside. They're still tearing up and down this road, dude. It's crazy. I'm sorry. They're nuts. Seriously. If you're watching this and you tear down the street with motorcycles, stop it. There's YouTubers trying to record. And I'm so dumb. But anyway, and then so like and you pair this core with the Suicune, you know, all 3 of these Mons resist each other's hits. You know, Metagross doesn't want to deal with ground types. I have, well, okay, so I guess Altaria doesn't really deal with that after it Mega Evolves. But anyway, we can work around that too. Point out my own. But I resist the fire typing that Metagross doesn't want to deal with Mega Altaria. Suicune gets like, it's like, anyway, all the typings are meshed, you know. So I think this is going to be a really strong core like every week. You know, and on top of the fact that Metagross is so bulky, hits so hard, I can get crazy with EV spreads, you know, run different speeds, bulk to hit, blank, blah, 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 this hard, live this hit this hard and kill it, whatever, and he's nuts. Not to mention he's got priority in Bullet Punch, stab priority in Bullet Punch, so that's super good. But yeah, I think that's pretty much all I can say about Metagross. I'm super excited. Obviously, I wish it was Mega Metagross, but that wasn't allowed. So he's going to be crazy. I'm super excited to use him well. And now, chat, let's get into our next pick of Jolteon, baby. Okay, so everybody that's a drafting 101, you need a fast electric type. Last year in the NPA I didn't have one. I had Magnezone, and that was kind of tough. But we got Jolteon, and you know what? Jolteon's one of those Mons where if you're playing him right, he literally doesn't take a hit. He just Volt Switches out, he pivots, all that good stuff. So he's super good like that. You know, another one-dimensional Mon, but he does what he does so well, it doesn't matter. So I'm super excited to use Jolteon. He's got the Volt Switch, so hopefully we can get like a Volt Switch U-turn core going, which would be really good. The insane speed of it's either 130 or 135, I forget which one. But he's super fast. He runs his hidden powers, you know, obviously. What else has he got? He's got Wish Pass, which is pretty exciting. I can Wish Protect, or I can do the Wish Volt Switch. Obviously, it's not as good as a Wish Passer, say like Vaporeon or something like that, because Jolteon really can't take the hit to get the other Mon in for free, which kind of stinks, but it is what it is. But I'm super excited to use him. He's going to be super good this season. And you know what? Like I said, one-dimensional, but who cares? He's one of those Mons that's like never going to take a hit, so he's probably going to be like the last Mon to die every week I bring him. If I'm losing. You know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. I'm not going to lose. And and if I get really cheeky, he does have the Quick Feet ability, which gives his speed a 1.5 boost if I'm status, so I could run like a Toxic Orb, Quick Feet, and then just like sweep through him if I want to do it like that. I don't see if I would use that very often, but it still could be pretty cheeky. Pretty fun. But pretty much sure I got everything there. You know, he's what he is. He's a fast electric type, good pivot, all that good stuff. He even gets, he also gets Heal Bell. He's like my little cleric. So that'll be cute. And also the huge thing, electric immunity. He has Lightning Rod. Or no, he doesn't have Lightning. He has Volt Absorb. So I get my health back. So that'll be pretty cool. And that works really well with Suicune. You think you can hit Suicune with your Thunderbolt? You might think twice about that when I got Jolteon around. So anyway, that'll be super good. Now let's get into my next pick, round 5. I only had to wait like 16 picks for this. And we got my boy Weavile. You know, oh, I think that was actually longer than this. Anyway, so I got Weavile here. And dude, the fact that Weavile was still sitting at pick 132 is mind-blowing, dude. He's so good. So at that point in the draft, I hadn't picked a tier 1 yet because there wasn't a lot of tier 1s left, and there weren't a lot of people who could take a tier 1 left. So there was like options like Dragonite, Weavile, Tyranitar. Trying to think of some other ones. And like Gothitelle was like there till the end. But Weavile was there, and I'm like, man, I don't have a dark type. I don't have an ice type. I'm like, Weavile's insane. He was a GBA kill leader one season. So you know what? I'm going to take Weavile. He's going to give me that Psychic Immunity that I'm not really weak against, but Psychic Immunities are always good. He gives me a nice Pursuit Trapper, which is really exciting. And Knockoff Stab is going to be nuts, dude. Nobody wants to switch into a knockoff as it is, especially when it's from a Weavile, because it's going to hit so freaking hard. If I run Banded Knockoff, dude, people don't want to switch into that. He's going to be super good. Super excited for Weavile. Obviously, he's got the priority in Ice Shard, so that's super fun. He's got that really nice speed tier of 125, so he's super quick with 120 attack, so he's going to be really good. He's going to be a great revenge killer. I just kind of keep pivoting into him, knocking off, icicle crashing, all that good kind of stuff. He's also a pretty good Z-move user. You know, I can run the Sub-Zero Slammer set with his icicle crash. I can run Acid Downpour to deal with any fairies that he doesn't want to deal with. So that'll all be pretty good. I'm super excited for him. I've never really used Weavile. I've used Sneasel in the past, and Sneasel was pretty good, so I'm excited to use the better and improved Sneasel. So, super excited for that. Let's go ahead and get into our next pick, who I think you'll be very excited for. We snagged the mascot pick, the ever sought-after mascot pick. And the beautiful thing is, my mascot is a great Pokemon. I love me some Rhydon. Tier 5 Rhydon is a steal, man. I don't know how it's Tier 5. I could see it in Tier 4 easily. A Violite makes this thing a defensive unit, and it also makes his special defense workable. You know, it lets him take those hidden power waters and grasses a little bit easier than, you know, obviously than if he didn't have a Violite. I used Rhyperior in the past, and like I said, Rhyperior really struggled with those hidden power his hidden power moves, but Rhydon won't have those same issues because I'll have twice the special defense that I had originally. Anyway, Rhydon's going to be super good. He gives me another electric immunity with his ground typing. He gives me Rock Stab, which is nuts. Rock Stab is one of those moves that's like really hard to switch into. Like if I'm throwing off Stone Edges, people aren't happy about it. He gives me a Stealth Rocker along with Metagross, so that's like 2 different Stealth Rockers now. So that's pretty exciting. What else we got here? You might look at him and be like, man, he's just got a big bulky dinosaur here, but you know what else he can be? He can be set up. I can go Rock Polish, Swords Dance, and then he's going to sweep through his team with Earthquake and like Stone Edge or Rock Slide or whatever I feel like running that week. You know, if I really want to tempt fate, I run the Stone Edge instead of the Rock Slide, but my luck, I run Rock Slide and miss anyway, so I just might as well run Stone Edge. So I'm super excited to use Rhydon here. We get the mascot pick. I love Rhydon in general. I always use him when I can. Super good mod. I've never drafted him before, but like he's super good, so I'm super excited for him. And yeah, that's pretty much about it for him. That's all I got to say about Rhydon. Our next pick, we're rocking in. We got young Blaziken. So I'm super excited for Blaziken because I've used him in the past. He's absolutely insane. You know, if you find a way to get him that +2 speed that he can't. So also, just a quick side note, this isn't speed boost Blaziken. That's why it's a tier 4. It's just Blaziken. You couldn't get speed boost. So, but we still get his great coverage options. He's got his great setup options. He's a great Z move user. You know, if I give him like the Flare Blitz Z move, if I give him close combat, or does he get close combat? He gets high jump kick, I know. So I can run that. Oh, he's got the Thunder Punch. He's got all sorts of stuff, man. He's going to be a super good mon. I've used him in the past. I can run like a Focus Sash Blaze set where I just plow through whatever I want. He's got decent special attack on the other side. So I can run like a Flamethrower, like put Vacuum Wave on him and all that crazy stuff. He's super good. He's nothing crazy. He does help my speed tiers out a little bit. I wanted Emboar. Emboar was on the same board, same tier and kind of stuff. So I was like, man, Emboar looking good. But the problem with Emboar was he was super slow. He's like 60 base speed, and Blaziken's 80. And my teams are already kind of slow, so I was like, man, I really can't go down that low in speed. So I picked up Blaziken. He's super good, not as good as Emboar, but he still hits hard, and he's super cool looking. So I'm super excited for we got the speed chicken. And also a side note, he gives me another defogger. I have Mega Altaria as a defogger already. Now I have Blaziken also as a defogger. So just having multiple defoggers is going to help kind of prevent people from like, oh, he's not going to run any hazard control this week. I'm just going to hazard stack him, and that's going to be a problem. So I picked up another defogger here in Blaziken, so that's pretty exciting too. Anyway, guys, let's go ahead and get into our next pick. I'm pretty excited for this one. I've never used him before, but we got Staraptor. Dude, another mon that somehow made it to 205, round 8. I think he was a tier 2. I think he was tier 2. But he's nuts, dude. Staraptor is going to be super good. He forms that U-turn Volt Switch combo with Jolteon, and they're going to be fast if I run a Scarf on Staraptor. He's base 100 speed anyway, which is a speed tier I desperately needed. I needed the 100 because, I mean, other than that, I just had Jolteon and Weavile who are faster than 100. So I did miss the 110 kind of speed tier, which kind of stinks. Obviously, you kind of want to fill out the different speed tiers to kind of mess with the nature game and the EVs and all that kind of stuff, the speed creeping and all that good stuff. So at least I got the 100 speed tier. Staraptor is going to be super good. Show me your switch-ins to Reckless Bird Spam. You know, if I sit there and keep clicking Brave Bird with my Staraptor, you're going to have a hard time. You know, you can't deal with that. You know, I could run Life Orb. I probably don't want to run Life Orb that often because then he's just going to like kill himself to recoil. But we got Brave Bird, we got Double Edge, we got Close Combat, you know, U-turn. All those moves, he's nuts, dude. He's so hard to switch into. And if you somehow find a switch in, I just pivot out and I do something else. So I'm super excited for Staraptor here. He works well with a lot of my other mons. He's only weak to like what? He's got his electric and ice weaknesses. Fight? No, he's neutral to fighting. But anyway, so like he complements the team. Like, you know, I got that Fairy Dragon Steel Core, which really help with a lot of the weaknesses of the team. So the only problem with Staraptor is, like I said, he's probably going to end up killing himself most games with like Stealth Rock damage and recoil damage and Life Orb damage. And so that's unfortunate. But you know what? Before he goes down, he's going to take a lot of people with him. So I'm super excited to use Staraptor. And if I can somehow get a wish into him with Jolteon, that'd be cool. But you never know. So that is pretty cool. Now let's go ahead and get into our next pick. I got flamed in the WBE chat for this, dude. I got Smeargle. I had budgeted my free picks just enough to get another tier 3, but by the end of the draft there was really nothing left in tier 3. We had things like for Alligator, but I already had a water type. Slowbro, like I said, I already had a water type. There wasn't a whole lot left, but I was like, you know what, Smeargle, you know what, I can make him work. You know, I can take the Smeargle, I can get webs, I can get screens, I can get rocks, I can get spikes, I can get T-spikes, I can do any of that. I can pass boosts, I could like spore, spore is pretty useful. You know, put something to sleep, set up, baton pass it out. You know, so I can do all that. The baton pass rules are pretty weird, or not weird, pretty standard, I mean, because you can pass speed, you can pass other stats, but you can't pass them both together. So I can't set up a Dragon Dance and pass it, but I can set up a Belly Drum and pass it. I can set up an Agility and pass it. So I'm super excited like that. I think I have a lot of good mons that would benefit from stuff like that. So it'll be a really cool mon. And I think I can pull off a lot of cute things. Maybe I'll get really crazy and just run Belly Drum extreme speed on this thing. How crazy would that be, man? That'd be nuts. I don't expect that. Maybe I'll try it once. We'll see how it goes. Don't hold me accountable for anything. Ugh. All right, guys. Before I get into my last pick here, I'm super excited. You guys got to know. If you've been around since my debut in NPA Season 2, okay, you know who this last pick is. You already know that I had to bring her home. We got Gertrude, man. We got Gertrude. I'm so glad I grabbed her because in NPA I was so dumb. I grabbed her round 4 because everybody was saying they were gonna take her, and I couldn't let them get their hands on Gertrude. But dude, she was slipping under the radar. These people don't know. These people don't know how good she is, dude. I got the spin blocking if I want to set up hazards with Smeargle, so that'll be pretty cool. He's got Infiltrator. So that really kind of stops, that makes people not really want to set up subs versus me because I have an Infiltrator mon. He's got all sorts of setup like Nasty Plot. I got Nasty Plot. I got Curse. Do you get Curse? What's that? I don't know what that move that I used one time to sweep with. I know he gets Combine and stuff like that. So I'm super excited for Gertrude. I usually run like a really bulky set and just like hit stuff in the mouth, dude. He's super exciting. You can do a lot of cheeky stuff. You got the Will-O-Wisp too. So it's really, really annoying mon to deal with. Super bulky, usually gives off a good hit. But I'm super excited to bring Gertrude home. You know, I always have to draft her. I always have to trade for her if I didn't get her. But I love Spiritomb, guys. So I'm super excited to bring her home. And that's the team, man. You have the team right there. We got the Mega Altaria and the Metagross core. We got Suicune and Blaziken to kind of, we got the water fire. I didn't get a grass type, which kind of stinks. I also didn't get a grounded poison type, which is really bad. I really wanted one, but there was just nothing that really fit for like a grounded poison type, which is kind of unfortunate. But I mean, not a lot of people run toxic spikes to begin with, and if I see something like toxic spikes, I'm just gonna have to bring a defogger to deal with it. So we got that going on. And I also have like mons like Altaria and Jolteon with Heal Bell, so I'm not too worried if a lot of things get poisoned. I can deal with that. But you see, we did snag in a 28-man draft. I think we snagged a really good team. Like if you look at this squad, you know, there's a lot of mons that can come like every week. You know, like every week I can bring a Blaziken and make it work. Every week I can bring a Staraptor and make him work. You know, so it's gonna be really hard to prep for. A lot of teams spend a lot of money on their free picks and then have mons that can't come. You know, so they'll draft like 2 tier 1s and then like a Chinchou and a Remoraid because that's all they can afford. So thankfully we're not in that bubble. But like if I look at this team, I don't know how to prep for it. You know, it's got a lot of mons. And with Open Z moves, I have a lot of mons that can run Open Z moves like Weavile, Metagross, Blaziken, Rhydon even if I want to. I don't really know if Spiritomb can run a Z move too. Like Spiritomb, like Z Shadow Ball, you know, is gonna hurt something. You know, so I'm super excited, man. Super excited for the season. Like I said, man, I haven't battled in over a year, so I know I'm a little rusty. I will be the first to admit it. I'm not the battler I used to be because it's not even that popular on Twitch anymore, so I don't even get to stream battles that often. But I'm here to have fun. I'm here to do my best. I'll always do my best. I know I work a full-time job as well, and content creation isn't my full-time job, but it's my passion. I'm going to try as hard as I can in this league. I'm going to do my best. If I can walk away with like 5 wins out of the 13 games, I'll be pretty happy with myself. You know, so I'm here. I'm here for a good time, and let's try not to get like too try-hardy, not too mean. This is all for entertainment. This is to say goodbye to the 3DS, to Gen 7, and welcome in Sword and Shield with Gen 8. We're all just getting ready for that. Man, I'm super excited. I'm super excited to be in this project, you know, with Dan and all them. I'm very grateful that they invited me. I'm super excited to have some fun. Anyway, guys, I'm pretty sure if you guys want to represent the Rochester Rhydon team, there's like a merch page with Ownage. There'll be a link in the description. I'll get you guys that. If you guys get any merch, make sure you tweet it to me and take like a picture and all that good stuff because I want to see it. And make sure you represent us, guys. Let's get it. Let's do our best. Let's have some fun. And I'll catch you guys week 1 versus Dan next week. You know that's going to be an insane battle. Me and A-Drive have had insane battles. Okay, and I promise you this will be no different. I will give it everything I have to winning this game because I've never beaten Dan, but this week's going to be the first one. I swear. I'm going to try as hard as I can. But I'm going to get out of here, guys. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. I hope you guys are excited as I am for the WBE Season 4. Now let's get it, dude. Let's get some man, choke up on the ending, man. I'm here for some fun, and I'm going to get out of here. Have a great day, guys. Peace.